Hey guys, Derry here and welcome back to Banished. It's late autumn, approaching early winter pretty soon, and right now we have absolutely no firewood at all. So that's fun. I think we're getting to the point where we might need to consider making another logging camp because we're kind of, with the whole population growth and such, it seems as though we're using a way more firewood than we really have. I'm guessing like one option would be of course to get a bunch more stone houses that don't use nearly as much. And then of course the other option would be to, well, kill off a bunch of our population, but that's not really an option I want to consider. So we need to somehow secure the firewood supply a bit more efficiently than we have right now, because, well, as you see, oh, I have a trader. Let's just pause this for a moment. We just had a bit more, now we have 12, because I guess a single house stole all of it. So yeah, actually let's just have a look at the population here of firewood. So yeah, generally whenever winter, actually there are some winters that are way worse than others, as you can tell. This was the one where we ended up trying to trade it all away. So that was quite bad. But as you can see, I think, yeah, now there's winter here. Then apparently it's been a very cold year. Like if we just do 1 year here, you can see that, well, we never really managed to like build up the previous supply. People kept consuming the firewood throughout the entire year. So it's been a very cold year, and as it is right now, the storage that we have of firewood, it's just not big enough to deal with such a cold year in general. And -9 this early in the winter, that's pretty bad. So they're gonna go through a lot of firewood. I think we might have to just clear cut some more somewhere, simply because we don't have actually we're starting to get a bit of log surplus again. Alright, so let's leave that for now, trust that it's gonna be fine. And then I guess we can move on with the plans to try and get these guys out of the boarding house, because that's something that really needs to happen. So, oh, I forgot the trader. Did he leave again? No, he's still there. Let's pause and see what he has. Trade. He has wool. I would like some wool. Can we afford all of it? Another 16 too. There we go, 12 iron tools for 16 wool, let's do that. And then we'll go to the tailor and tell him to make warm coats. As much as he can. He's gonna have to wait for leather, of course, to come in. Well, at least now there's a bit of wool somewhere that you can use. Having just a couple of warm coats on some of our people is going to help with the whole freezing issue. So, anyway, as I was going to say, we need some stone houses because, well, the stone houses, as you can see here, provides more warmth than wooden homes. So, they're better for people. So, we have enough resources, just about. We don't really have enough iron, but it's also going to hurt our log supply, but we need to get these people out of the boarding house. That's a given. We need to get them out of there. We have, how many? We have 4 foresters, okay. Squawk! 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 At the moment we're actually really short on iron. Like we don't have enough miners to do all the jobs that needs to be done there. And yeah. Oh, he was freezing. Clothing ragged. Oh, then get a new coat. Finding clothing. There we go. Finally. God, if you're freezing, get a new coat. We do have them. Silly. Silly people. Alright, so we need to consider getting some more miners going. Now the question is, do we have anywhere that we can actually like unassign people from? I don't think we need 2 obelisks anymore, because we actually Like they've actually collected some stuff now. We can also do with just one builder, and then we can put in 2 more miners. And then hopefully that'll fix it. Alright, we made it through winter, and only one guy managed to freeze at one point. But that's because he or she couldn't be bothered taking a new coat when she needed it, so whatever. Not gonna bother myself with that. So the hunters over here, are they doing their jobs? Barely. Not really doing so well. Ideally, we should have a bunch of livestock, so we can get the leather and the wool from them, instead of having to rely on hunting. I think that would be by far the best idea. But until we can actually afford that, like, again, it's a big issue of being able to afford it, and that's not something we've been doing too well with for now. I'm guessing we could maybe sell some eggs or something, I don't know. Like how the chickens doing? Producing a bunch of eggs, bunch of chicken. Pretty well, like they've only just completely set up the pasture, got up to full strength, so. And I also don't know exactly how much eggs are worth. Like, that's one of the things that you can't really tell here, whether stuff is worth anything. So yeah, we're just gonna have to like try and iterate a bit and see what works and what doesn't. Is no one gonna? Oh, it's the whole iron issue. Yeah, right, iron. There is some out here that we could maybe pick up. Okay. Do we have any other irons deposits lying around? There's a little block there, just kind of in the middle of everything. And then out here would be a fantastic spot for a hunter's lodge. Apparently. It seems that the all the game is just kind of staying out there. I kind of wish we could use this lake for something else. I mean, it's a pretty nice idea to eventually have a big town just kind of surrounding the lake. But as it is right now, the only thing it really does is provide fish. And while that's of course pretty good, they're a good source of food. People seem to love them, although they don't really seem to eat them that quickly. They are helping us stay afloat. But. See, did we manage to clear people out of here? No, not yet. The builders are still working. And the tavern is done, but we have no one actually working here. Now that is an issue, so let us get a brewer going right now. And then, what do we grow here? We grow apples. So the question is, do we want to use all our apples to make ale, or do we want to use some berries, which are like coming in? Like the berries from the gatherers, they're coming in pretty regularly, like all the time. Whereas the apples only really come in once a year, and they seem to be gone pretty quickly. I think we're gonna have to go with the berries, simply because otherwise this guy's gonna run out of stuff to actually produce stuff with. So that's an issue, of course, that we need to kind of figure out. Coal and iron, we're still pretty low on that, but we seem to be doing fine. Now the question is whether the forester here can manage to keep up with the supply for the next year, for next wet season. It looks as though this year is quite a bit warmer than the previous one. I'm actually wondering, can we get a temperature graph here? Nope, we cannot. No temperature graph. Alright, so I guess we just have to kind of rely on the firewood one to see. Oh, there we go. They've moved out. Not quite sure where they moved to, honestly. There were like 5 people in here. 2 of them, or 3 of them were children, two parents, I guess. Did anyone die? Someone did die, yeah. So that might have freed up one of these older houses here. Just checking to see if I can find the 5 people in one of them anywhere. Nope. Oh, maybe they were the ones. I don't know. Anyway, We managed to clear out the boarding house. That means that hopefully nomads can arrive again before too long. And yeah, let's look at the stores for a moment here. Firewood going up nicely. Logs remain somewhat steady there. The stone is being stored up. Iron is progressing significantly slower than coal. I'm thinking that maybe we should, if we reduce this one a bit. There we go, then there should be 4 miners and 2 miners there, so we should get a bit more iron than coal. I think that's gonna be a good idea. And let's see, the tailor, are you out of wool yet? Nope, not yet, so you can stay there. And, well, let's skip past some time, because, well, right now nothing really happening. Did the brewer finally start working? Yes, he did. We have ale. We can make people happy now. Now we only need the ability to make them well. We need a hospital. And if we look at the town services here, the hospital, price-wise, 52 logs, 78 stone, 32 iron. We can nearly afford that. We need a bit more iron. That generally seems to be what's holding us back. And then of course we also need to get a bunch more houses going in, so we can actually grow our population a bit. We have the food to supply it, or support it. We don't have the firewood production though. So I'm thinking maybe setting up another woodcutter somewhere, if we have the room for it. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a good idea, just so we can kind of get it done quicker. Woodcutter is over here somewhere. Yeah, woodcutter. So where can we fit this in our industrial area here? Any spaces left? Could put it over here, but that doesn't really make a lot of sense. It'll be too far away from the storage to be any good, really. Can we fit the? There really isn't room for it anywhere. That's kind of a bummer. We could kill a storage barn, but that has no purpose at all. Or we could put it over here by the mine. Unfortunately, I was stupid enough to put some road over here, so if we get rid of this road, then maybe it could fit in nicely without sacrificing too much space to grow trees. So can we quickly deconstruct this road? And slow down time a bit again, just so it doesn't run away from us. Let's see, woodcutter there. Nope. It's actually the terrain being in the way. Ah, bollocks. It's too big. We'd have to sacrifice quite a few trees over there to do that, so I'm not gonna do that. Let's instead just like, for optimization purposes, I want it over here. It doesn't make sense to put it anywhere else. But at the same time, I can't really fit it in anywhere over here without us moving stuff like the farm and such. Although, the farm could potentially be moved because it doesn't really have to be over there. And we have all this land over here that we've kind of planned to use for farms, so the question is whether we should just start moving out the farms. Like, that's a good project to do during winter, I guess. So yeah, let's just do that. So if we just start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. 15 by 11, that's pretty good. The reason I'm starting here is so we can potentially fit a row of houses in there if we need to. And then we can have the road coming up behind the field here. And then we'll see how that looks at the end. Now, I know we're encroaching on the hunting territory again. We might... Oh god, more people have died. I think we need to cut down our stone cutters then. Yeah, one of the herbalist died. And someone else. Yeah. Also, we also lost a fisherman. bring that up again. So, people dying. That's sad. And reserve firewood is low, but that's good because spring is here. It's not good that the reserve firewood is low, but it's good that spring is here. So, the one over here, how big did we end up making it? I think they're about the same size, actually. Do we want to wait, let this one work one more season, and then we'll have this one here once it's done? We'll have it doing the other crop we have, I think, grain. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. And we also need to build a storage barn over here. Corn. Alright, corn. Sorry about that interruption. Where was I? I was talking about moving the fields here and getting some... I was about to assign some farmers, yeah, that's right. Yeah, my phone all of a sudden rang, so I had to go and grab that, of course. So let's see. The squash field is being planted as we speak. I just made a new crop field over here for the corn. And then we have one farmer left at the orchard. I think we're gonna try with this right now, and then we're gonna let this the squash field here do one more season. And then we're gonna like plan out some movement of some more fields and get them over here instead. I know it's gonna encroach on the hunting cabin. I think we're gonna have to build yet another hunting cabin over here. You know, just so we have a sort of leather somewhere. We could also build it, I guess, back here behind the quarry. Although I don't think the hunters can actually cross this river, so they would have to like go this way around to reach over here. Where could we actually put a hunting cabin? Boom, boom. So if we wanted to cover this entire little peninsula here, we could by just putting it over here. If we put it over here, it would cover it all, but we would also need to build like a little bridge in front of it. But I'm guessing that's that is an option. Do we have any game though in this area? There's the stuff over there, and then we did see some stuff down here, but that's outside the range. You know what? I'm gonna let us extend this road. I don't think we can build like a road probably on over here. Actually, we might just be able to do that. Although it's gonna be one of the one of these shitty little continuation roads. But it seems that the game has returned to where we had the hunting cabin originally over here. And yeah, I kind of left the area over here that we're kind of encroaching on with the fields again. It's a weird little game here that whenever we expand we have to move the hunting cabin because, well, we just end up always moving in the direction where it is. But it also, like, I don't even know how, like, every other thing that you can collect, sort of, they grow on the ground, or they show up as little blobs on the ground, and you can collect those. And I'm thinking that the deer is the same thing. That as long as they're there, but unlike all the other stuff, the deer, they move, and I'm not quite sure exactly where they respawn. And that makes it a bit tricky with the hunting cabin. Like, up here would be perfect, because you have deer over there, you have deer over there. And you could just kind of, if we just like put it in the middle of the woods up here. Also, why are trees falling up here? Are they just trees dying of old age, I guess? You know what, I think we're gonna move the hunting cabin up here and just build it, you know, here in the middle of the woods. Right there. And then we can talk to the trader. Let's quickly pause the game and see what he has to sell. Pumpkin seeds, which we cannot afford. Brilliant. Alright, well, you can leave again, because we can't really... I'd rather collect all my trading goods and spend them on some livestock, rather than more seeds. Also, this field, supposedly with its 2 farmers, is not really yielding a lot. They've not been doing a good job of planting here Either that or planting just happens late there. Whereas the cornfield here, you see, fully planted. Everyone seems to be paying good attention to that. Very, very nice. Also, the cemetery is filling up. Do graves decay? Or do we just have to keep building more cemeteries? That's what I want. That's one thing that we're gonna have to find out. And by the looks of it, we are gonna find out, no matter if we want to or not. So that's kind of sad. We'll see. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. So, yeah, time will tell. I'll see you next time.